Welcome to Jan's Views, a place where I share my views and listen to yours. Whether you are here for my artwork, live streams, shorts, or just for the giggles, please be assured I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that you will enjoy your time here on my channel. I would be eternally grateful if you would give a like to the video, consider subscribing and, dare I ask, even become a member. So without further ado, let's do this.
Are you? Are you good? Welcome to Drama Friday. Guys, there's so much drama going on. But before we start off, firstly, I'm going to say hi to everybody in chat. Let's sort myself out. I don't know about you guys, but I just bop away to that music. I'm like, the whole time. And then when it stops, I'm like, oh, I better go on. Anyway, so I want to say hi to everybody in the chat and the lurkers. Hi to Moosey, lovely to see you, sweetness. And also hi to Edna. Edna, I will put the link to the channel very, very soon. But there's just something, a couple of things I wanted to go over. Oh, you enjoy it, do you, Edna? Yeah, I like it. It's fun. Yeah, it is a good old harmonica. I love it. So yeah, I made that intro extra special long. Extra special long. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with my language today, guys? Anyway, I've made it long so that I can have a bit of a bop. Everyone likes to bop along to music. Hi, Jose. I hope you're well. Welcome. Right now, okay. Drama. We will be discussing. And I think I'm so good at this, guys. I haven't looked at the poll, but the last time I looked at the poll, Breezy was at the top. So yeah, we're going to talk about Breezy. We're going to talk about lots of different things. The first thing, though, I want to talk about is from a story that I told you, I think last week, about the young boy who was hit by lightning. I thought you may be interested to learn how he's getting on. And I think it was about half an hour ago, my daughter put in the family WhatsApp group this. So I thought I'll share it with you. And if by any chance any of you, I don't know whether you can donate from where you are, but the family have put up a GoFundMe for this little boy. So if I just read it quickly, his name was Ronnie. Sorry, his name is Ronnie. On Monday, the 2nd of October, Ronnie was lucky enough to be doing what he loved, playing football while representing his district of Hertfordshire. With 4 minutes left of the game to be played, the unthinkable took place, with Ronnie being struck to the chest by lightning. This resulted in a cardiac arrest and his heart stopping for 30 minutes. 30 minutes, guys. I mean, I'm still in a bit of shock about it, to be honest, but yeah. I'm always saying I'm an empath. I am an empath. So yeah, it sort of shocked me a little bit that little boy stopped breathing for 30 minutes. A huge thank you to the members of the public who administered CPR prior to the arrival of the emergency services, who were able to take over and give this boy a second chance of life. Excuse me. Ronnie is currently in an induced coma, with the prognosis is still unsure. He is receiving 24-hour care from an amazing team in ICU. Now, the fact that they've said that the prognosis is still unsure, excuse me, guys, excuse me, is worrying, because they always give, they normally give a prognosis, but what they're saying is because he's in an induced coma, they don't know what he's going to be like when they bring him out. We have to remember he was a 12-year-old boy, and yeah, he's 12. Moosey, hi Bridge, nice to see you, darling. I hope you're feeling better today. The road is okay. The road to recovery is still unsure, but will definitely be a long, hard road for Ronnie and the family. Any donations given will be extremely appreciated, and will go a long way for Ronnie and his family for his ongoing treatment and rehabilitation. Now, Ronnie has actually gone to the same hospital, which I think I spoke on before. He's gone to the same hospital that my darling granddaughter went to when she had leukemia. They are a top hospital. They're not actually in Hertfordshire, which is where I live. They are in Cambridgeshire, which is the next county on, and but it's a long drive to and fro. And so I should imagine that the parents are asking for help, or the family is asking for help for so many things, and one being travel, because I know that that was definitely an issue when we had to visit my baby girl. So okay, the next thing I want to show you is this is the little man. Right. It just upsets me so much. So they've asked for 50,000. They've had 102k donations so far, and they've raised 26,000. I've not made a donation yet, but I certainly will do. And I'm just praying. I'm just praying that this boy gets through, and also that he gets through and can still be the same little boy he was before this horrendous event happened. I suspect, as I was speaking to my daughter, if he was gone for 30 minutes, I should imagine that he's brain damaged. So God knows what he's going to come out like. So if we could all, I know some of you aren't religious, but, if we could all just send up a prayer to this little man, 12-year-old boy. Yeah. So I just wanted to talk about that to begin with, because it was on my mind, and because I'd also spoken about it before. So I thought it would be a good idea to just update you. So from that, we're now going to move on. I'm firstly going to invite, let's just do this, invite Edna up here if she wants to come and join. So, okay. So, Bridge says, I used to work with a lady that got struck by lightning twice. Oh my God. She was terrified whenever it rained. Oh my Lord. God, yeah, well, you would be, wouldn't you? You would be. So anyway, we've had a lot of other things going on. I want to start with something that wasn't actually on my list. I don't know why I can't get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. And it's this, because I just cannot believe that somebody can act in such a way so publicly. So I want to just sort of talk about this for now, and then after this, we're then going to move over. We're going to move on to dear old Breezy, because that seems to be what you all wanted to talk about. Well, 18 of you wanted to talk about. Do you know, I'm going to give up doing these blooming polls. Nobody answers me. So anyway, this individual here is who I want to talk about, and I think there's a good reason for it. He's somebody that I'm sure you will all know, and I just can't believe how awful he is. So this is him. This is the very man, and as I've said before, I get a lot of information from Forward Candle just to see what's going on. And there's something quite, I wouldn't say fascinating about him. I would say more macabre. I think macabre is the word for him. So yeah, I want you to listen to this. Tell me if you can hear it. Now, I don't need to explain it. You'll be able to hear it. Okay. So I'm not going to go on and on and on. You can hear it for yourselves. Okay, guys. Let me know if you can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me.
Can I change? Blah, blah, blah.
Right. Could you hear that, guys? The one thing I have to say is that this is a Facebook video, apparently. According to this, it's his Facebook Live. Okay, right. So you can hear. Okay, let's go on. Thank you, Jose.
All right. See if anybody shows up for this big event. This big giant event. This big giant event of a live stream. We shall see.
One thing I want you to note is that he lives in, well, he's in the attic of his home. Now, which is obviously it's clad in whatever wood that is. I don't know whether it's real wood, I don't know, but What a fire hazard. He's got, I don't know if he's sat on the chair. Yeah, it looks like he's sat on a chair there. Then there's the bed, and there's not much space between the bed and the ceiling. And he's smoking in there, guys. I can honestly say in all my homes since I've been a child, and I'm a smoker, although I'm more of a vapor now, but I still do have the occasional cigarette. I allow myself the occasional cigarette. And then I think to myself, well, hopefully I'm going to do away with that cigarette eventually. But anyway, I have never, ever, ever smoked in a bedroom, ever. I see no reason to smoke in a bedroom whatsoever. And I was on 20 a day. I would never, ever, ever smoke in a bedroom. So the thought of, you know, just seeing him in that environment, smoking with all that wood everywhere, all that bedding everywhere. Can you imagine the stench? I mean, it just blows my mind, guys. Hi, Capone, vapor. Yeah, the vapor. I bet it stinks to high heaven, Bridge. I just can't imagine it. I mean, and there's no need for it. It's not as if he lives in a, you know, he lives in a studio flat, you know, where it's all one room. He's got, you know, it's a house. He doesn't have to smoke in there. So anyway, let's carry on. Right, come on, hurry up, mister. Right, let's move on.
Is on here to talk about some of my most recent posts about the shitty faculty in the junior high that my son goes to, and how they're allowing girls to film without permission, which is illegal in Indiana, spit on kids, give them 2 weeks permission, let them come back a week early, and then one of them screams in my kid's face, and the principal blows me off, which he's going to regret.
Now, whilst I can understand wanting to stand up for your children, I absolutely can, because one of my children was bullied a lot throughout almost the whole of their primary school until they went to secondary school. So I understand that. But I do feel that, I'm not sure, guys. I want to hear your opinions on the way he reacts to it. Don't you mess about, you. Okay, let's go.
Oh, that's fucking lovely.
We'll get on with it in a minute, guys.
$1 billion.
Oh my God.
So, what's up, Ed?
Yeah, that looks like it's his back. I know. A hint of asbestos. Yeah. Musky, claustrophobic with a hint of asbestos. Yeah. Do you know, I would find it a struggle having all that wood around me because I'm a bit claustrophobic. I would find it a struggle at the best of times. I would always have to have a window open if I was in there. And I'm not talking about smoking. I'm talking about just being in that confined space. I'm not very good at being in confined spaces. I like to open a window. But the fact that there's 2 of them up there that smoke, and also 2 of them, 2 dogs as well. And they're not very house trained, apparently. Yeah, I agree, Moosey. It's like the inside of a coffin. Nah, not for me. Right, come on, Gobby, get on with it.
Just waiting on a few more people to roll through. I've been making some posts about the situation at the junior high and the lack of excuse me, action being taken by the faculty. So
I love my vapes, Capone. At the moment, I've got strawberry and kiwi. I've also, today I bought a banana. And what else have I got? I don't know, but I like strawberry and kiwi. And also, I like blueberry. But he smokes other stuff too. Yes, he does, Bridge. How are you, Sweetness? Are you better? Are you feeling a bit better today?
I figured this is, I believe these stay up as like recorded videos, don't they? What's up,
What
Vicky?
I'll do, if I speed this up a bit, okay, let's speed this up a bit, because otherwise we'll be here all night, and we don't want that. Playback, let's put it 125. Let's see if that's better.
We're all here to talk about the bullying going on in every school, and for some reason, it doesn't matter to the faculty. Now, myself personally was bullied by Mrs. Coleman. I don't know if any of you had Mrs. Coleman in Grandview Elementary, but yeah, she bullied me. So now I've seen my son go through a couple instances, and now I'm hearing about other kids going through some instances. And Brian Todd, the principal of the junior high, doesn't even have the, I'll just say it, balls to look me in the eye when he walks by me, to look me in the eye when he's 10 feet away from me, knowing I needed to talk to him.
Right, okay, a couple of things here. This man is 46 years old. He's nearly 50. He's a middle-aged man. And he's speaking of a teacher that used to bully him. When he was at school 30 years ago. So what I don't understand is, one, if this is true and this Miss Coleman that he's just named is a teacher or was a teacher at that school, if I were her, he needs to be very careful that these people do not see this on such a public platform. We all know that you can't go accusing people of things unless you get the evidence from it. Okay, so for him to sit there and name a teacher whose chosen profession was to teach kids, okay, she's probably now retired, and for him to speak ill of her, I find disgusting. I've worked in schools. I know how schools work. And for him to do this on such a public platform, I think is despicable. And I just think it's awful. If it were true, why did his mother not do anything at the time? That's what I would say. If one of my children said that their teacher was bullying them, I would sort it out when they were a child. I wouldn't wait for that child to get to 46 years of age to have to sort of spread it around to everybody on Facebook, in his area, Facebook pages. I think it's disgusting, guys. Yes, absolutely, Capone. A victim since childhood. But where was the mother? Where was the mother? Listen, when my child was bullied, I did everything in my power to stop the bullying. I spoke to the parents, I spoke to the teachers, and in the end, I removed them from the school. Because as a parent, you need to do what you possibly can to protect your child. So I can empathize with his anger towards his child being picked on, but I just wonder if this is the right way. Is this really the right way to deal with it?
About this issue. So I'm going to go to a school board meeting next week, which is going to be my first one. We maybe should have handled these issues before it got to me going to school board meetings. I like to mind my business. I like to stay in my lane. I have a
Okay, guys, those of you in America, what does a school board meeting mean? Is it like an open day where you get to meet the parents? What does it mean? Can you let me know? They're always on both defense and offense at the same time. I bet he's going to ask his mum to call the principal, probably. Bit late. So what does it mean? Is it like we have like meet the teacher evenings where you meet the teacher, funnily enough. But he's saying that he's going to a board meeting. Look how scary he looks there, guys. God.
Little business downtown called the Attic, be opening November 1st. Come see us.
Okay.
And all I want is my autistic child to be able to go to school without two little girls filming him without his permission, which is against the law, then spitting on him, which is also against the law. So Mr. Todd throws them out of school for 2 weeks, but then lets them back a week earlier. So what does one of the little girls do when the first day back from their first day back from punishment? Screams in my kid's face. And you know what Mr. Todd's response was? I feel like we've handled it sufficiently. Well, fuck you, Mr. Todd. Fuck you. I'm not one of these other parents in this community that's going to go around kissing everybody's ass because I give a fuck what anybody thinks about me. I give a fuck about my kid. You don't.
Okay, now coming at a head teacher like that isn't going to do him any favors, especially when, you know, it's on Facebook. You know, let's see what Bridget said here. It's bigger than Meet the Teacher. I've never been to one, but it's where members of the community get to come and voice their concerns. Great. So he's not called that. You know, the point I'm trying to make is he hasn't called this meeting, has he? It just happens to be coming along and he's going to stand there. If we go on a bit further, and I think, you know, he does address that and he says something like, you know, he's going to see if his individual concerns come up. They're usually televised. Oh, wow, that's interesting. It's like the entire district is involved and not just one school. Okay. It's a meeting of elected officials who make the rules for the school system. Yeah, I understand. It's like we call it like a governing body. That's what we call it. So I think what he's threatening to do then is to go along and state his case at the meeting. Okay, yeah, he's perfectly, you know, he's perfectly, what's the word? He can do that. He's permitted to do that. The problem I see is, why has he not spoken to this head teacher at the moment? He's saying that the teacher doesn't care. The teacher doesn't care about, you know, the head teacher doesn't care about my son, blah, blah, blah. Have you actually spoken to him, though? Have you spoken to him specifically about what these other students are doing to your son? That has to be the first port of call. You speak to the child's teacher or the teacher. Yeah, speak to the child's teacher. Speak to the subject teacher, and then you speak to the year head, which is what I've done in the past when there was an issue with one of my kids, and then you speak to the head. Now, how many people believe that he's done that? Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that Ronald Corbyn has done any of that. Any of those 4 things that I've said. Yeah, he actually does think he's edgy, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. Pathetic. Oh, okay. These meetings can get real feisty. Oh, okay, that's interesting. See, the reason why I ask you that is because I think, oh, really? Really? I think that this guy is all big and bullshy when he's sat in his wood-clad attic, but not quite so forthcoming with his words, when need be, because I think that he's saying that the teacher, the head teacher, we call them head teacher over here. I think you call them principals. He's saying that the principal has said, "Oh, you know, I don't care about your son, blah, 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 blah. We've done enough for your, you know, for your child, and we've done that." I bet this guy has not even spoken to the man. I bet you any money he hasn't even spoken to him. If he did speak to the teacher, he did it with threats and intimidation. Do you know what, Moosey? I don't think he's got the guts. I really don't think he's got the guts. And that's why he uses this platform to be all like tough and, yeah, well, you know, I'm going to say this and he's going to say that. Just tagged him on, okay, just tagged him on Facebook. Yeah, that's what he's done. And that to me is really sneaky. If you've got an issue, at least give the school the opportunity to rectify it. Going onto Facebook and just like, you know, slagging off these people is not the way to do it. It's disgusting in my mind. I think it's disgusting. Okay.
And that's a problem for me. So if everybody's wondering why there's all these videos and all these posts, this is just beginning.
Okay.
If it doesn't get, oh, I forgot to tell you guys, there is now, and I posted it everywhere, a little girl going around the junior high telling anybody she can, or at least two people, that her boyfriend, who is 17, is going to shoot them in a day of school shooting.
Telling everyone she can, at least two people. Do you know how stupid you sound? I mean, does he? Anyway, he obviously doesn't. He obviously doesn't.
Things. So this guy calls, this joke of a principal sends me an email and asks me, I need context, this, and this. And I'm like, I gave him the name of the girl. I said, that's your context.
No, that is not the context, okay? What you're saying is hearsay. You're saying that you've heard that this girl has said that her boyfriend is going to go and shoot up the school. Now, I'm not saying that it's, you know, it shouldn't be taken into consideration. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that the thought or the possibility of a shoot up is horrendous to anybody. And I'm sure if the head felt that it was a real issue, then they would have done something about it. That's my opinion. I might be wrong. When I talk about education, I can't help but talk about it as you know, somebody who worked in schools. And also as a parent, I know how I would have dealt with this. Now, his only communication has been via email. So, okay. So you couldn't get off your arse, take yourself out of that dusty old attic and go and meet this teacher face to face, talk to the man. You couldn't do that. So you've sent him some, you know, God knows what you put in the email. And he's come back with, well, obviously I need a bit more context. You know, I need to know when it was said, how it was said, who said it, who she said it to, the whole context of the thing. Just blaming a child, because they are children still, just blaming a child for doing that isn't enough context. And just naming that child isn't enough context. But this man doesn't understand.
Text is, she told people her 17-year-old boyfriend would shoot them. Shoot them, you stupid asshole. You stupid motherfucker. I swear to God. I don't have any decorum. Sorry.
No, you don't.
But you are the stupidest.
He also doesn't have any brain cells. Because if he was serious, then why would he not go down to the school? Why would he do it via email? And can you imagine how many emails he sends to this school?
motherfucker I've ever met in my life. I'm telling you, somebody in your school is saying people are going to be shot, and you're grilling me. You're grilling me instead of the names I gave you.
Yeah, probably because he knows what you're like. He knows of your reputation. Okay, that's why he's grilling you. He's doing his job. And if he was taking it seriously, for him to be able to take it seriously, he needs to know more about it. He needs to know more of the context. Maybe he should have asked for a meeting with you. I don't know. Maybe he's really busy because he's the headmaster of a school. He doesn't really want to be dealing with some nutter. Okay?
These people in these schools are not keeping your children safe. They're not. Go check on your kids. Is your kids seem a little down today, seem a little different, maybe not telling you something? It's probably because they're being bullied and the staff is doing nothing or participating.
So the staff are doing nothing or participating. They're participating in the bullying, guys. This guy, honestly, it must be what you said. He doesn't have the balls to go face to face. That's what I think, Moosey. I really believe that. I really believe that. I think he lacks interpersonal skills. I think he is incapable of having a proper grown-up adult conversation. So that's where, his online persona, who calls himself Mr. Negative. I'm negative. I'm neg. Who does that? Exactly as Capone says, a nutter. That's who does it. Yeah, I believe that too. He's antisocial, which also ties on with, the fact that he's socially inept. He is, obviously.
And I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm fucking mad as fuck about this situation. Here, I'll read you the email. Well, I can't read you the email. I'm on my phone. He's grilling me. I need more context. The dude said he needed more context over a comment of a girl saying her boyfriend would shoot people. What more context do you need? A bullet in somebody? I couldn't believe it.
And this guy is saying that he's going to run for politics. I mean, seriously? Seriously? Yeah, narcissist, absolutely. He's always got to be mad at something. Is he ever happy? I don't think he is. Look at his eyes. You know what it is? I think he lives inside his own head. And that's why he knows, he knows that he can't go and act like this in a school headmaster's office. He knows that. So he'd rather do it all by email. Well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do about my son? And Samantha Smith, she said that her boyfriend is going to come and shoot up the school. So what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? But he knows he can send that in an email, but he can't go and say it to the head teacher's face because he knows it's ludicrous. You can't act like this. You've got to have, you've got to have a bit of, I don't know, decorum. What word am I looking for? A bit of class. You can't act like this because in the end, he'll be the one that's barred from the school. That's what will happen. He'll be seen as the threat. Not the girl who's going around saying, oh, my boyfriend wants to do this, that, and the other. He'll be seen as the threat. And, can you not? I mean, that's no sort of surprise when he acts like this. Whoops. There's something. I just want to hear him say one other thing. Then we're going
Is the principal of the school sweeping everything under the rug. Brian Todd, Connersville Middle School. Just sweeps everything under the rug. My kid, who's on the spectrum, by the way, which, by the way, I don't know what's stopping me from going downtown and filing charges against these people for spitting on him and filming him against permission, which is against Indiana law now. You have to have permission to film somebody. You have to have permission. He suspends him for 2 weeks, lets him come back a week early. One of them screams in my kid's face their first day back, and he says, we handled it accordingly. We feel like we handled it sufficiently. Well, did you, Mr. Todd, by letting them back a week early and then one of them screaming in my kid's face? Okay, Mr. Todd. Okay, Mr. Todd. Holy fuck, I wish you knew what I did for a living. I really wish you knew what I did for a living.
What do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? You live off your girlfriend. That's what you do for a living. You don't earn your own money. You live off your girlfriend. Oh dear. Doesn't that principal know who he thinks he is? I know. Spitting on someone is considered battery. Yeah. It's an arrestable offence. You know, and that's what I don't understand. If that's true, if that did happen, if that happened to my child, oh my God, I'd be around the house. I'd be around the house. That's another thing. Why is he not going and trying to sort it out with the parents? Why doesn't he go around and, you know, speak to them, father to father? Your child spat on my child at school and demand an apology. That's all you can do at that age. Okay? Just get an apology. But to sit here, effing and blinding and saying the school's at fault and this and that and how do we know that his son's not implicated in it some way? Okay, he's on the spectrum. Most people are these days. So how do we know that his son isn't doing something to these girls to rile them up, to want to spit at him? I mean, let's face it. What example does their father, what example does that poor boy's father give him on how to react to different people, on how to socialize with people? What example does he have? What role model does he have? Ask yourself that, Mr. Corbyn. And perhaps that's another reason why he doesn't want to talk to the school. Because he's frightened that somebody will actually say that to him. I think, you know, it's like with everything with this person and with this type of person, you only get half the story. You don't get the whole story. As Capone says, everyone in town knows him and hates him. He has a reputation. Of course he does. Of course he does. Look at him. Look at the state of him. Can you imagine seeing him walking around? And the thing is, we know he doesn't even walk around. Yeah, totally, Capone. He wouldn't say any of this in front of actual people. Of course he wouldn't. You know, I mean, I've got 2 girls. I mean, they wouldn't act like that anyway. But if, you know, when they were kids, I'd heard that one of them had done that, and the father approached me in the playground, that's what I would expect. You know, I would expect the father or the school to call me in and say, look, your daughter spat at such and such person. I tell you what, their feet wouldn't touch the ground. I'd be round that person's house with the daughter and saying, I apologise. Because, you know, there is certain behaviour that goes above the pale, you know, beyond the pale, that is totally unacceptable. And spitting is one of those things. I agree. I do agree with that. But acting in this way is not the way. The guy in the neighbourhood who continually walks past the sex offenders' homes and films them. I know, Capone. It's madness, isn't it? Absolute madness. And does he think that people don't realise that? You know, as he shuffles along?
My girlfriend's a journalist. Okay? She's a journalist.
That means nothing. That means nothing. She was a journalist. She's not a journalist anymore. She had a good education. She then decided that she would move to Connersville and live with you. One can only assume that something's gone a bit awry in her brain for that to happen. So that's no kind of flex. You know, just because somebody has done certain jobs doesn't mean that they're any better than anybody else. Funnily enough, when I was in secondary school, that was one thing that I considered doing, journalism, because I loved English. And it sounds very petty now, but at the time, when you're sort of, you know, 13, 14, and you think, oh, what do I want to do? I just wanted to write and write and write and write. And I've written a lot, but I didn't go along the journalist route because I believed that as a journalist, I would have to travel a lot, and I didn't want to do that. But, you know, that's what I thought when I was 13, 14. It doesn't mean that I can flex on that. And the same as, you know, your girlfriend can't flex on anything, especially since her recent behavior. No way. That is not a flex, man. It's not the flex you think it is, because if these people were to put in Clara Frank in Google, guess what would come up first? It wouldn't be that she's a highly acclaimed journalist or she's a highly acclaimed anything. It would be your face. So you've managed to destroy that for her. And that's a conundrum I will never work out. Ever, ever, ever. How anybody would fall for this. So, yeah, it's not the flex you think it is.
Do you think this is going to die? You think we're some poor family that can't do anything but worry about our next meal? No, 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 no. Yeah, they are getting special treatment, and we are this close to yanking him out of that school. And I'm looking for Mr. Todd's job. I want him to lose his job. Seems to me he has a thing for little girls who spit on people. That's what it seems to me, is that he has a thing for girls, 15-year-old girls, 13, 14-year-old girls, and giving them special treatment. That's kind of weird for a middle-aged man. That's just me saying it, though. I'm not implying anything. I'm just saying just weird.
Disgusting. Disgusting. Right. I can't listen to any more of that. That's the bit that I wanted you to hear. That's that Amberlynn Reid is a journalist too. She has thousands. That bit there. That bit there.
Special treatment. That's kind of weird for a middle-aged man. That's just me saying it, though. I'm not implying anything. I'm just saying just weird for a middle-aged man to give 13 and 14-year-old little girls special treatment when they abuse young men.
Get off my screen. Just get off my screen. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I tell you, I think there's a lot to be said for people that say that, why does his head always go that way? Why is that you know, paramount in his mind. It's worrying. It's just sick. It's sick to me, guys. And as I always say, I don't often get speechless, but yeah, I just, he actually makes my skin crawl. He just makes my skin crawl. I think it's disgusting. Wonder what happened to Edna. Do you think she nodded off? She was here 1 minute and then she's gone. So now, guys, we're now going to move on. I'm going to say, Bridge, did you know? Look, they do movable backgrounds now. Yay! Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I think we need a palette cleanser. So we're going to have a bit of a palette cleanser after that, because that's just turned my stomach, guys. Hey, and we're back. We're back. We forget all that. Ugh, God, makes me sick. Anyway, so we're now going to move on to this individual here, Little Miss Breezin today. Who? I mean, unless you've been living under a rock. She lost her monetization, guys. Shouldn't laugh at the misfortunes of others, but it's quite amusing. What I found more amusing is the way that she's reacted to it. And she hasn't reacted to it very well, guys. She's still talking non-stop about FRIIDDAAYY. She's been doing, what's this? That's a short. Okay, so the first thing she tried, oh, she's live. Oh, she's live. Shall we have a nose? Shall we have a nose and see what she's saying? Right. If you want me to go to snipe her, put a 1 in the chat. And I don't mean just Capone. Come on, there's enough of you in here. Give me a 1 and we'll snipe her. She is mad. She's as mad as a bloody March hare. She doesn't know what to do with herself, does she? She's opened up a Patreon. She's opened up TikTok. She's opened up Facebook. She did a Facebook Reels and she got 28 views. I get more than that on my Facebook. But yeah, can you believe that? So, right. Okay, guys, we're going in.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, I have a lot of praying to do. Oh, it's Alicia Doherty from Doherty Dozen. Okay, I don't watch the Doherty Dozen. I heard a bit from like that dad. What is it? The Dad Bod podcast, Dad something podcast. I just know they have a lot of kids. I don't know much about that family at all. I know a lot of people don't like them, but I don't really know too much about that situation.
A lot of people don't.
She's a rock and a best friend to so many people. She handles it just so well. So beautifully. I don't know that I could ever handle something like that. I don't know. Yeah, fuck cancer.
Okay, so she's put Foodie Beauty's new Korean Moser dog mukbang. So, okay, we don't really want to watch that. I don't know. I'd rather not. So she's on. How long has she been on for? She's been on for. Oh, okay, a while. All right, let's go back, see what else she's got to say. She's desperate, guys.
Something funny that we can watch. Oh, MFW is live. We're not covering her, by the way, but MFW is live. Let me see. Let me see.
Oh, she's a bit desperate.
We're I feel like I don't really follow anybody funny. I'm looking through my timeline and there's not a whole lot of lighthearted stuff. I'll tell you that much. Oh, Goose Chuck, though. I subscribe to them now.
Okay.
I gotta go, baby us up. Okay, Lily, if you are up later tonight, or up late tonight, we will probably be live again.
Can you see how many of these like Cash App things she's got running along the bottom? But what does she offer? What does she give you? I mean, at least with me, guys, for the very first time, I linked my Cash App thing. Oh, it's not Cash App, it's a PayPal. Because, you know, my channel is I do vlogs. I haven't done vlogs for a while. But I do Drama Friday, I do Wellness Wednesday, I do different live streams, I do videos, I do shorts. I put a lot into my content. I don't just sit there talking about a fat bird eating. I can't do that and then expect people to want to help support me and my channel. You know, I edit. It's like, you know, this screen that you're watching here is all, you know, me. I've done it. I do it all myself. And, you know, this woman here, she's not even showing her face now. She's not even showing herself. She's just got this highly filtered face with a cap on and a wig. I mean, why does she think that people want to give her money, that people want to help keep her channel going? Well, probably because they pay it. It's just ludicrous to me. I don't understand it. I know she's about to lose her mind living off of Foodie Beauty's back. Exactly, Plant Dad. Can you imagine it? She's got nothing else to talk about.
Really fast too, if you guys are looking for like a podcast weekly thing, late night, I'm hoping to have one on Patreon like Monday or Tuesday with a guest.
Okay, so I wonder what she's going to talk about. What's she going to talk about? She's got nothing to talk about, you know. And the thing is, people like this don't realise how difficult it is to do things like that. I did a podcast for a short time and I made sure I had guests on there. If I didn't have guests on there, I made sure it was a theme. We were going to be talking about something specifically that other people may be interested in. But people like this, who, I mean, she doesn't even, you know, she films, she goes live on her iPhone or on her mobile phone. And it's just insane to me. You know, as somebody who is a creative, I can't help it. It kind of blows my mind a bit. Right, things aren't going well for her these days, are they? No, Moosey, they're not. And is it any wonder?
That we all know and love in this chat. And I'm really looking forward to that. We're going to be covering a lot of different topics. We'll talk about family channels. Because there's so many I don't know about that this person does. So anyways, it's a thing. It's a whole thing. We're going to talk about family channels. We're going to be talking about the beauty community, real life issues, you know, how we handle things in sobriety. How do you handle being a mom with so much shit on your plate?
You know, and I don't want to pull her apart, but she just makes it so easy. We all know she's a part-time mum. We all know she lost her child and has shares custody, probably because of the way she was. And also, I should imagine the possibility that, you know, she could go back to that way of life. Who knows? At the end of the day, the kids are there to look after the children, not to look after little Miss Perfect here, who decided to have a life driving everyone mad. And not only herself, but her family, her friends, and everybody. And I think it's very sad that people read into this, people relate to this. Because, and I hate to say it, I think that a lot of people that are in this kind of community, that kind of community, are similar to her. and you know, maybe they can relate to it. But I don't know. It's just beyond.
Sobriety. How do you handle where everywhere you go, you know, there's temptations and addictions? How can we tell people coping mechanisms or tell people how we got through things to help people? So
how are you going to do that, Breezy? How are you going to tell people what you did? Because I get the feeling that she's not going to be very good at voicing her history, because she's had plenty of time to do it since she's been on YouTube, and she hasn't really, has she? She'll just sort of say something and then giggle, and then say something else and then giggle. So yeah, I don't think she's the best person to for public speaking. That's something that you're either good at or you're not. Or it's something that maybe you haven't tried it before, and you can learn to do it better. But some people just don't have that in them, you know, to be a public speaker. I'm quite lucky, you know, I've always done it. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't bother me. But I know people, I know, you know, two of my children would be horrified to have to do public speaking. They're just not, you know, it's not in them. And, you know, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think Breezy has, I don't think she's as good in front of the camera as she thinks she is. I think she's very self-conscious, and I think it shows. I think those that aren't self-conscious notice it, put it that way. And you notice it more if somebody, you know, isn't natural in front of the camera. And you know, that's not a brag, as we say over here, a flex, as we say over here. I'm just saying that some people just don't have it, you know. And I honestly believe that Just Breezin doesn't have it.
it's free on Spotify or paid on Patreon. Okay, Sierra. Shannon's show or podcast? Yay to healthy pets. Yay. Is Twitch a no?
Okay, so she's trying to get as much information as she can from her following. Her following is going to disappear. Once she moves away from YouTube, her following will disappear. As yet, I did write a few things down. Her Patreon, now bear in mind, she's got what, 10K, 10.7K subscribers. She had 7 people sign up for Patreon. Now, what these people don't realize, and it's one of the reasons why I'm quite happy to be in my little corner of the internet, where I can do anything I want to do. One of the things that these people don't realize is all these people are just haters. You know, nobody's sort of listening to her thinking, oh, you're such a sweetie, you're so sweet, and da, da, da. Well, maybe a few of them are, but the vast majority are hate watchers. They're people that hate on the same people. Yeah, I agree with you, Bridge. I agree with you. 100%. I can't understand. What? She's 40, isn't she? How can she be 40 and not have worked in her life? By the time I was 40, I had 4 kids and I'd worked, and I was still working. If I wasn't able to leave the house to work, I worked from home. I used to tutor. And, you know, there's always ways around things. How can you get to 40 years of age and not have worked? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Right. So is there anything else that we wanted to say about her? Because I don't want to speak too much.
It's not a for sure no. I just don't know what the F I'm doing, and reading tutorials does nothing for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anybody else's brain is like that, but like I need somebody to walk me through step by step by step.
Mm-hmm.
Like 20 pages articles don't teach me anything because my brain gets very overwhelmed. And I'm like, I need somebody to say, first step, you're going to go to the right. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how else to describe it. It's not.
So now that to me just shows that what she has been doing on YouTube is the simplest thing possible. The most simplest thing, which is just to put up the video, put up your iPhone or put up your phone and just talk to it. Half the time she doesn't show herself. She just has to watch a YouTube video. Okay. And react. I mean, that's not content. And I've heard so many people say that. Over the past few days, I've heard so many people say that. And it's the truth. It's not content. Yeah, she could watch a YouTube video on how to do things. Exactly. It's not that hard, guys. It's really not that hard. How do you think I learnt? How do you think I learnt to do things? I learnt through YouTube. Every little thing you need to learn. If you first go, it's like when I first got my Mac. You know, the first thing I did was go onto YouTube, how to set up your Mac. Macs, tricks and tips and da. That's how you do it. You don't have to sit there and read like a 20-page pamphlet. You don't do that anymore. Yeah, she could work from home if she likes, but talking about a woman, foodie, is living her best life traveling. Meanwhile, it's people like her sitting in one spot for hours reacting to her. Exactly. Exactly. It's just ridiculous to me. Absolutely. And she's just, you know, I think she's in a bit of a panic at the moment. She's still flapping her wings, trying to work out what the hell she's going to do. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Oh, you know, they're not following me over there. I've only got 7 people signed up on Patreon. I've only had 20 views on my video. Oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? She's in such a panic because she hasn't got anything in there in order to turn things around. You know, and because all her let's look at her videos on there. Where are they? Let's see. So all her videos are of the one person. So it's not even, I mean, she didn't even get that many big views. I mean, her popular views were on Ryan Moody, Foodie. They were her top ones where she was getting 14K and 13K. But recently, she wasn't actually getting that many views on there. But that's all that she could do. That's all she can do. She can't do anything else. And then she came up with the idea of reading other people's Twitter. I mean, sometimes I've read my Twitters because I think they're quite funny. But then I'm not going to spend the whole of the live stream reading my Twitter. You're going to be bored silly. So yeah, it's actually quite fascinating to see just how flummoxed she is. To be fair, there are a lot of other channels much worse who should be taken down. Do you think so, Moosey? Okay, name and shame. Name and shame. You're in Jan's chat. You can say what you like. I don't care. I think that Bridget's a bit dodge. Bridge, I wanted to react to your live that you did last night, and then you privated it, and I thought, oh, damn, I can't do it. And I don't want to go over and play her stuff now because the language, I just can't. It's just too much for me. It's too much for me, honey. I will become a member. What's your members fees, Bridge? I will become one, but I'll have to stop being one and another one. Money's tight at the moment, Bridge. I'm a struggling artist, but I will become a member one day. Anyway, so what I want to do here, because I couldn't show what I wanted to show because old Bridge had privated it. So let's just look at this. So it made me want to check this person out. What's her name? And then I thought, okay, I can check her out, but I don't want to listen to the foul mouth. So what I thought we could do, which would be much more interesting, yeah, because she was so foul, Bridge. I can't. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. I mean, I'd never heard so much bloody ugh. Oh, hi, Grim Reaper. Nice to see you, darling. Nice to see you. And Gia. No quiz time. I don't know what happened to Edna. I think she must have nodded off. She was here 1 second and then she disappeared. So I don't know where she went. Anyway, guys, what I thought we could do, because those of you that oh, hi, Grim Reaper, calling me beautiful. I like that. Come every single day, then I'll start to believe it. That's happened to me before when I went over one of Negz's streams. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. So anyway, what I thought we'd do, right? Because I can't listen to that foul mouth. So I was looking at her channel and I thought, oh, she does shorts. Now, most of the shorts are in the gym. I'm going to be a right biatch here, but I don't care. I'm allowed to. So what I thought, and I tried to remember some of the things that Bridge said. Bridge, if you want to come up and have a bit of a giggle without coughing, hello. Hi, Just Freezing. I hope you're well. I think someone must have stopped. Has your mama gone finished or something? Yeah. Oh, thank you, Grim Reaper. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for the super chat. That's really lovely. Oh, thank you so much. That's lovely. Yeah, so let me paste that, Bridge, if you want to come up, darling, if you feel, yeah, your mama just finished. Listen, I saw him come on and I thought, I don't believe he's blooming come on about half an hour before I was due to go on. I thought, thanks, yo mama. Thanks for that. Anyway, so because I can't stand all the foul language, I thought, do you know what? Why don't we have a look at this? She goes to the gym, guys. She goes to the gym. And what better person to go over it with than delightful Bridge. Hi, Bridge.
Hello.
Hello, darling. Let's see if I can find you. Where are you? Oh, I hate it when this happens. I can't see. Where are you? Still hiding. There you are. There you are. Right. So I thought this would be quite a good. How are you, by the way?
I'm good. I woke
Your
up today
voice-
feeling a lot better. Yeah.
Yeah, your voice sounds much better. It's normally like the first 3 days or something, is it?
Yeah.
It can be. Yeah. So everyone, obviously, you know Bridge. Now I watched the live with Bridge last night. Listen, when Bridge came off, she said, "Oh my God, I wish I hadn't even bothered watching this now because she was so foul on there." And I thought, do you know, for Bridget to say that, listen, we're all used to the, foul people,
Yeah.
even me. I was married to an Irishman. You can't get much fouler than that. So when Bridge said that, I thought she's right. It was just awful. So Bridge, do you want to just explain? Do you want to go back over the history with her, or just surmise it for people who don't know?
You know what? Me and her really don't have any history. It's just she's pissed off at me because the other people are mad at me, like Belinda, who's now the matriarch of their bunch. So
I heard that. I heard that. Oh my God.
So, yeah.
Why? Because she lives in the next farm? I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I've got a niece. My brother's daughter lives in Missouri.
Mhm.
I mean, is that near this type of person? Because there's no way I'm going.
She's
I'm not
she's
visiting.
somewhere down south. I think she's deep down south. I have no idea. I don't know where
Is
she's at.
Is Missouri down south? Down
Missouri
south?
is Midwest, so she's further down.
Okay. Oh, it's all a
Yeah.
bit worrying to me. My brother's always like, "Oh, when you're coming over, come over." Similar. Yeah, all right. I might leave that one day. Anyway, so what I thought we'd do, let's see what people are saying. I don't watch Sarah. No, me neither. She's just not my cup of tea. I'm sorry. I'm not good with and I don't like to tar all people with the same brush. But it does seem that a lot of problematic YouTubers in this neck of the woods all seem to have that sort of accent. And I can't, I just can't, I just have visions of, black people hanging from trees. I don't
Oh
know where I
gosh.
get that from. I'm just like, no. So anyway, I thought, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll have a look. I'll have a look at these and see if because she's in the gym. I thought, well, she's not going to swear very much in the gym, is she? I was thinking. Anyway, this one made me laugh, right?
Hey y'all, so I'm not doing PayPal because I don't know how to get it to my bank account.
Right, okay.
So we are going to do Cash App, and my Cash App is the $ Pretty Bitch 0912.
That's what made me laugh, that she called herself a bitch.
That's across all of her social media. Yeah.
I was like, are you sure? Are you sure? I'm sorry, but there's nothing pretty about that. Nothing. No. She reminds me a bit of Jessica Messica. She's got that.
Really?
Yeah, a bit. No? Or maybe that's.
Yeah, I don't see it.
It's all right. You are allowed to disagree with me. Edna's not here, so someone should. But it's the eyeshadow, though, Bridge. That the eyeshadow. I'm being a bitch. Anyway, I don't care. At least I'm admitting it. So let's see.
Thursday.
Okay.
I ain't even been in here 30 minutes and I'm dying on this little bite thing. Did you get your legs on? And I might overdo it.
Right. Did anyone understand that? One word? I didn't. Not at all. Let me see what they're saying here. Right, the only Sarah I watch is Queen. Simply Sarah. I don't know that one.
Yeah, Simply Sarah. You know Simply Sarah. You don't know Simply Sarah? The cook?
No. Who's that?
Doesn't she the one that makes awful recipes?
No.
Oh.
No. These people are going to make me laugh. I'm just going to spend the whole time laughing now. Now, I want to remember things. I want to remember important things. One of the important things I want to remember about this is that on Twitter, I noticed that Bridge put up a post saying, apparently I'm jealous. I can see why you're jealous of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sort of red. I mean, no, I'm sorry. Red. If you want to be, who doesn't want to be red, blotchy, fat, and have like holes in their face? I mean, who doesn't want to have that, Bridge? You know you want that. I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Because I'll tell you, I did try to go for that lip piercing because she has a lip piercing. And I tried to do that when I was like 20, 21. And I went to the piercer and he refused to do it. And you know what he told me? He said, don't mess up your face like that because you're too pretty. He said, don't do that. and he refused to do my piercing.
Oh. Do you know? I think that's really sweet. You should say it on every blooming live stream you do. I think that's really sweet. I don't like them. I don't, and
Yeah.
I'm always like when I see, I was talking about piercings the other day, weren't we?
Mhm.
I don't mind if it's like a little one, although I'm always intrigued as to how they do it. How do they pierce a lip like that?
Just with a big needle.
Oh, right. So because they can't do it with a gun, can they?
Yeah, it's a needle.
Oh.
Yep.
No. Oh, what's who's this? I knew it was going to be Gia. I want Kay to cook for me. Oh, really? Oh, no, wrong one. You had your nose pierced, then you got really bad allergies. Really? Wow. I've had mine pierced twice because one of them healed up, but wow, that's not good, is it? When you hang on, Grim Reaper says, when you take those piercings out, you're left with a gross hole in your face.
Yep.
Oh, I have a nose ring though. Yeah. I mean, my nose ring is a bit bigger than I would like it to be. Not the ring, but the actual hole. And that's because I lost a stud and then let it sort of heal over. And then I went back to get it pierced again because I really wanted it pierced. And I said to the girl, can you just make sure you just go in the same place as the last one? And she just missed it by a fraction. So it's I had my tongue pierced, but caused me to break a tooth.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Wow.
no.
I had a tongue piercing back in the day too.
Did you?
Yep.
Where,
I had
in the middle?
Yep. I had a cousin. Oh, she had like 4 or 5 tongue piercings. And like she would lisp all over the place. I'm just like, girl, why? Why? It was gross.
Oh my God. Oh, no. Oh, well, Gia wants to pierce her lip and make melt into a water gun. Oh dear. What's that? Can I get a nose piercing like Curl Connections? I don't like those ones. Mind you, I think that might suit this one, don't you? If you get like a nose piercing there. Yeah, maybe I'll do a picture or something.
Day 2. On the back again. I've already done that.
All right, off you go.
So I'm going to end up my last 10 minutes on this bike because the bitch's legs are wobbly.
Oh, I should think they probably are wobbly. The rest of you's wobbly as well. I love doing these kind of reactions. I love it. What's that? Who's got in trouble? Capone, did Barley block you? I never see you there anymore. Oh, Barley didn't come in. Hasn't come in today. She normally comes in, doesn't she? Capone, have you been blocked? I thought she unmodded me because she didn't like me anymore, so I stopped coming in. Oh,
nah, I don't think so. Because Bally would have said something. I don't think so.
Listen, I went into Barley's the other day, and she was going berserk. She was, I was like, oh my God, I've never seen anything like it before. She was going on. Yeah. I thought
she must have been talking about Breezy.
Yeah, she was. I didn't know she was like that, Bridge.
Yeah, especially with Breezy. She started yelling. Yes.
Oh my God. I kind of laughed, but I thought, oh my God. I mean, you need to sort of, calm yourself just a little bit, darling.
Oh no, not when it comes to Breezy.
She hates her with a
yes
vengeance, doesn't she? Why? What history do they have?
I went over that because you know, they used to be friends, and then and Breezy denied their friendship and just said that Bally was some crazy old lady bugging her and stalking her and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember that now, which I
Mhm.
think is horrible. It's a horrible thing to do that, you know.
Yep.
Just if you don't like somebody, just move on, you know. Don't tell
Yep.
a whole pack of lies. Oh, she's looking at track.
So,
Yeah, guys.
third day,
Okay,
gym, done
right,
did it.
right,
I was mainly working out.
right. This girl, no wonder she swears as much as she does, because she can't talk. She can't talk properly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jim, done did it. Done did it? Done did it? What are you talking about? It's like I said in your chat last night. Why is it that people like this don't like intelligent people?
Mm-hmm.
I think I can see why. I mean, you know, just
Yeah.
can see why. They can't string more than 3 words together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hang on, we got a
New
dog.
baby, but not our baby. We're just babysitting.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And
Oh, it's
she a
got
little shitty goat.
a hanging out of its ass.
My daughter's out here playing with her.
She's got kids.
No.
It's a goat. I thought
I
it
was
was
like,
a
what is
dog.
that? I thought it was a dog too. I was like, what is that?
Oh my God. I can't believe that. She's got a goat. Oh, Al Capone. I'm sorry, sweetness. Listen, I'm not towing you all with the same brush. Trust me. I'm not. You know, from what I know of you, you're sweet. That's fine. You know, I never tar everybody with the same brush. So don't worry
I mean,
about it.
if Capone speaks like she types, I think that she can string more than 3 words together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So hang on, we've got to watch a bit more of this because it's quite interesting.
What are you doing?
Oh,
No.
oh,
Yeah.
look, oh look, oh look.
Wow.
She's finally found her legs. Last week she was wobbly.
Okay.
Still,
Oh.
she's a baby.
Oh.
Her a new baby still.
I'm surprised.
But I just figured
I can't look at that. It's got a dirty ass. Sorry. We'll move on. Here comes little Miss
week
Happy.
2, day 3, no, day 4. Can't count. I'm not rowing machine right now. It's a sit down row machine. No,
You know, I've no idea why she's so jealous of you. I've no idea. No idea why she's so jealous of cute Bridget. No. Hang on, what's this?
Yeah.
I love Southern accents, just not this Sarah's slurring. Yeah, it's like the slurring and the effort. I mean, listen, you should have heard what she had to say about Bridget yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Where's she from? Louisiana? Louisiana? It must be special needs. What, the goat?
Which
The
goat?
goat.
Which goat are you talking about? Which one?
Yeah.
Which goat?
Listen, Bridge, you'll know. There's more than one way to skin a cat, darling. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is for you, darling. All right. Anyway. Oh,
so this is what I do the crunches on.
all
And
right.
you put your elbows here, and there's your arm thing.
Yeah. Right.
So, and then it crunches you. I just done over 50.
Yeah. Sure, you did over 50. You liar. Listen, I know my way around a gym. Or I haven't been for years now, but I used to go to the gym and I had like favorite pieces of equipment, and that one was one of them. If
Mhm.
that's one where you put your arms behind you, Bridge, and you
Mhm.
bring it forward?
Crunch. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Is that the
Yeah.
crunch?
I think
used
yeah,
to
I think
love
so.
that. Yeah. So are you familiar with the gym?
I used to be a trainer, a personal trainer for a
Oh, did
while.
you?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was my favorite one. I loved that. And I quite liked that one, you know, where you, was it
Oh
for your
yeah.
ex? That one I like. Oh, I'd go now, but I think I might die of a heart attack. I think I've left it for too long. And I don't want to die in the gym. She
Oh,
did fit.
when I used to work at the gym, there was a few people that have had like heart attacks and stuff. Had to bust out the defibrillator. So yeah.
No.
So it
Oh,
happens.
that's scary. That would be me.
Yep.
I know. I know it would. I know. I'd be like, no, I'll be all right. I'll be all right. I know my way around it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'll be all right. And then I'll be going, yeah, no, I'm not stupid enough to do that. Oh my God. Let's move on from that lie. Right.
So
Here we go.
I just took my before pictures.
Right.
I will be posting them out on the community tab. I'm on the bike because I can't do much more because my arms are shaking. So
Why are your arms shaking? So she's on a bike. She can't do much more because her arms are shaking. When you're on a bike, it's the legs that you're working, not the arms. Why are your arms shaking? I've had a thought, Bridge. I reckon they're not proper piercings. I think they're like little Diamante stickers she's stuck on her face like that.
She always has them.
Yeah. Has she got a nose? She hasn't got a nose ring, has she?
I don't think so. I don't know.
But then, to be honest, who'd want to draw attention to that? You wouldn't really, would you? Nah. All right, let's move on. Oh, here we go.
Hi,
Hi.
I went to the gym.
Yeah.
I messed myself up them 2 days because I didn't go Thursday and Friday.
I've just realised she's got a wonderful set of teeth, hasn't she?
Yep.
Yeah, the top ones. Nice.
Yep.
Oh my God, so attractive.
Because Mother Nature hit, and I wouldn't trying to go there and be like a stuffed pig. That's all I'm gonna leave it at.
Okay, so you came out looking like a stuffed pig. All right.
Oh gosh. Oh God.
You know she's going to be coming after me next. You have to laugh. You have to laugh.
All she does is cuss a lot and then drop a whole bunch of N-bombs. Says the N-word a lot.
Oh, does she now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh,
Yeah.
oh, say that to me, sow face. I'm going to call her Sarah the Sow. She came for you for no reason.
Yeah.
You know? And I did write it in my book, talk about Sarah, but I had to think about how I was going to do it because I really didn't want to do it with all her foul language everywhere.
Right.
So there's more than one way to skin a cat. You know that. Yes, I did. A British person did just come for somebody's teeth when they look like that. Okay. My teeth do not look like that. They never have done. They never will. I want to see if I go flying and hit a wall. If I got hit with the defibrillator. Oh, Mississippi. Yeah.
Is that where she's from?
I don't know. Is she a Monty fan? Somebody says. I don't know.
I don't think she is.
No, she likes all the I don't know. She likes like the GG and that lot, doesn't she?
Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure she's not a Monty fan because Gigi hates Monty, and then last night she had Tiny Dancer on, and she hates Monty too. So I'm pretty sure she's not.
Yeah. Are you all right? Because I can hear your voices.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, you're okay. All right, let's move on to the next delight. Here she is.
So
Yeah,
day 9.
yeah.
I'm getting to burn in today, making sure I do.
Right, okay.
I think yesterday I was just trying to get back into things.
Uh-huh.
I'm sweating. I look hot mess.
Oh, you look gorgeous.
I'm doing something right.
Actually, she looks a bit like Foodie, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hey, Foodie, Foodie, Foodie. All right, next one. Come on, gorgeous.
Hey y'all. I'm
Hi.
back on the hip thing. I've did
On the
everything.
hip thing. Okay, you've worked in the gym. What's a hip thing? I've never heard of the hip thing.
I don't know what hip thing she's talking about.
No. No, I don't know. Maybe she means the toilet. She's come off the toilet. Right, hang on. I see. Why does she dislike Bridge so much?
It's
No
because
idea.
the whole crew, her whole crew hates me. So what was it? Matriarch Belinda says goes, I guess. You know.
Why would anyone call Belinda a matriarch? Listen, I throw that word around my kids. They laugh at me. I say, listen, I'm the matriarch of this family. And they all laugh at me. Nobody takes me seriously. Grim says, is it burning when she pees? She needs some cranberry juice. That's what you need. Have a bit of cranberry juice. All right. Come on then, Lardas.
Except
Right.
that over there that you have to kick it backwards like a horse.
Yeah, I can see. Right. Yeah, okay. Farm animal. All right, let's move on.
And yeah, I'm sorry, I've kind of made this into a gym.
Yeah.
Into a gym channel. I didn't know I was going to do this.
No. If I was vlogging, in the gym, I would have like a gumball, one of those little stands that you can put your phone on, and you'd see me running.
You're right.
You know what I mean? I'll be doing things on there. You'd see me on that. You'd see me doing the legs. You'd see me doing the crunchy. You wouldn't just see a close-up of this mush with a big wet floppy towel over it. I mean, come on. She could be anywhere, couldn't she? I'm in the gym. Yeah, she probably just popped in to use the loo. It's probably next door to McDonald's. She's just been stuffing her face with a double cheeseburger and chips.
Most of our gyms here are right next door to like fast food places, like all of them. It's so weird.
Why? That's insane.
No idea, because I remember I used to do like the aerobics classes at the gym, and I could smell the pizza like right next door. I could smell it. I'm like, why?
That is awful.
Yep.
Someone's just going through all the southern states. I can see what you're doing, Grim Reaper. Alabama. Do you know, I like the sound of all those, but I know they're very racist down there, so I ain't going.
Yeah.
Not this.
Yeah.
Not this chocolate-coloured beauty. She's staying out of the dodgy states.
Yep.
I might bump into somebody like this.
So I'm sorry, and thank you for the ones that are staying around for the drama, because I will give you the drama.
Oh, right.
I got to watch CC's video. Heard she put one up yesterday.
I'm loving the hair in this one. It's just lovely. Very attractive. Well done, love. Oh, here we go.
At the gym. Oh, look at that mess on the hip thing again.
On the hip thing again.
This is my last thing to find myself here. I have not started sweating yet, and I've done everything that I normally do and more. So I guess I'm getting used to it. I guess I need more poundage. One of y'all gym rats.
No, I don't think she needs more poundage. I think she's got enough weight on her. I'm glad I'm making you feel better. Here we go. Come on,
Back
Nigel.
again on the hip
Here we go.
machine.
Put you on there again.
Only place I can get where I'm sitting and actually can do a short right fast. And I'm gonna do that one.
Right, oh, we're back there
I
again.
think I'm done. I'm not overdoing myself today.
No, I don't think she ever overdoes it. I get that.
Yeah. Yeah.
This girl doesn't even bother going in the shower afterwards. She just comes out, does that with her hair, makes sure that her sticky things are still sticking on, and wobbles into the McDonald's next door. Double cheeseburger and chips, please.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Hi y'all. Back on the hip thing. So I'm here. I'm
Okay.
sweaty.
Yeah.
I went up in pounds. I went up about 10 pounds, 5 pounds on my arms.
She's put on 10 pounds.
Oh
Wow.
gosh.
She needs to stop going in that McDonald's. Stay out of the McDonald's. Well, hang on. It's not Alabama. Oh, not everyone is a racist. No, I'm sure they're not. I'm sure they're not. But I know that we did have some hard times in Alabama and Mississippi and those sort of areas. We had a few hard times, didn't we, Bridge? The
Yep.
ancestors. Does she do weightlifting? Does she? Moosey. Goats don't care if you're showered. That's true, especially when they've got all blooming shite coming out of their backside. That wasn't a nice look. That was bloody horrible. I mean, why do people film things like that and still put it up on YouTube? Don't you think, you think, oh God, I can't show that. That would all, a shitty ass. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
still put it on there. What's wrong with them? What are your plans for the weekend, Bridge, apart from recovering?
Yeah, recovery, and then I got to do my schoolwork, read these articles for school since I was out for the past 3 days. So yeah.
So have you got anyone to look after you? Do you have to look after yourself?
Yeah, I gotta look after myself. I'm here by myself.
Oh.
Yep.
Right. Okay, Moosey, I know everyone poops, darling. I know. I can just see it on the screen. Do you know what I mean? With this goat leaping around and poop swinging off its skirt and back. It's not attractive. That's one thing I didn't like about having a dog was having to wipe its bum. I don't like doing things
Oh my
like
goodness.
that. No.
That's why I keep the dog's hair short. Keep it short.
Yeah. Oh, Gia never poos. Well, aren't you a lucky one? Oh, don't mess about, Mouse. Right. Does Bridget
Yeah.
she has.
Got it. Look, after 3 years, I dodged it for 3 years. And then all of a sudden here I am. But then I had because I had a meeting today with my advisor that we have every week, and that's why I'm here. But I told her I wasn't going to be able to come because I got it, and she was like, "You're the 5th person today, or the 5th person this week that has had it." So
Oh my God,
it's going around.
Yeah,
again.
It's just like the flu now, though, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, because I was like really. I got home on Tuesday. I was like really, really tired, and I went to bed at like 6 o'clock. Woke up in the middle of the night and I was cold. I was like, I'm so cold. I'm like wrapped up in all these blankets and stuff. And I was like, let me take one of these tests just to see. And it came up positive. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm different from anybody else. Grim Reaper says, stay 6 feet away from me. I never had COVID or any shots. Really? I was blackmailed into getting my shots by my kids. They said if they don't get my shots, they won't let me near them.
I had my shots and my booster, so I'm thinking that's probably what made me get over it quicker because I really wasn't that sick.
Yeah. Did you so are you going to get the next booster? Are you going to get boosted up every year?
I don't know. I don't know.
I know. I'm not. But what I was going to say was, Hang on, I'm going to cough. Hang on. What I'm going to say was, I got COVID. You know when COVID came out, like in the November or something?
Mhm.
I had it a few months before it
Oh,
came out. I was so
yeah.
ill with it. I know it was COVID. And it
Mhm.
lasted forever and ever. And it
Wow.
affected my ears. It made me go deaf in one ear
Oh,
for weeks
wow.
on end. And I was so sick with it. And I had the cough, you know, the one where, I mean, people seem to get all different ones now, but I had the cough and I've never had a cough like it.
Mhm.
And I remembered, like, when it first, you know, when it came out and people were saying, yeah, you have to look out for the cough. I thought, bloody hell, that cough was awful. It was that bad that you couldn't go to bed with it. I'd
Yeah.
sit in an armchair, set myself up and just sit there all night and try and sleep
Wow.
because as soon as I went to bed, it would start and be horrendous. So
Wow.
yeah, I had it. I had it before everybody else. Yeah. I know. Okay. I refuse to have any more boosters. I had 3 shots and that's too much. Yeah, I had 3 shots. Or did I have the 2 shots? I forgot. I had the 2 shots and 2 boosters. I think I had 3 or 4 in all, and I thought, I'm done.
Mhm.
I'm done now.
Yeah.
Especially as I think, you know, I've already blooming had it anyway. Oh, you're gonna need 9 boosters. I know. I
They're
know.
gonna make it a yearly thing. I know
They
that, just
are.
like the flu shot. Yeah.
Well, I got a note from the doctor in the week saying, oh, your annual jabs are due, like for your flu or COVID. And I thought, I mean, when COVID was around, I just had the COVID ones. I didn't bother with the flu jab. But now
Mhm.
I'm thinking, oh, I don't really want the flu jab because it gives you the flu, doesn't it?
Right. Uh-huh. Yep.
Oh, now that's interesting, Gia. Gia says she was in Cuba before this COVID situation, and I think I had COVID or whooping cough. Yeah, you could tell by the cough it was different. My kids had whooping cough when they were very young, actually. It's horrible. But it's a different kind of cough. It's like it sounds silly, but you had no sort of hint of it. All of a sudden you'd just be coughing.
Mhm.
It was awful. Right, okay, so I think we just have one more of this one.
So I'm in the room that I normally come in, which,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
you see, not so. Thank God. This is the last machine I was doing here. So that shows I went ahead and I was like, let me go ahead and say what I gotta say. But
Right, I'm done. Boring as hell.
Yeah, I have to like really concentrate to understand what she's saying.
Yes.
Because her accent.
But I think it's not only the accent, I think it's the fact that she's got absolutely nothing to say.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so what she does say is just garbage. You know, she can't sort of you know, there's nothing of any interest that comes out.
Mhm.
I think that's the point I'm trying to say. So yeah, so we're done with that one. Come for me, Sal. I'm not scared of you. So I want to say, Bridge, what do you think of my back thingy? Did you know you can have like a video as a
Oh, I didn't
background?
know that. I didn't know that. I like it.
Yeah, go into brand, and then where
Mhm.
you know when you put background, it says video backgrounds are now supported in the studio. So
Oh,
this is a
nice.
5-second clip, and it just runs the whole time.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
amazing, isn't it? Before
Nice.
when I designed it, I put some pieces of artwork on there as well, and then I played it back, and it was just there was just too much going on. I thought, oh God, it's going to drive people insane. So yeah, so I stopped it. I thought, no. All right, well, I want to say thanks so much to Bridge for coming on. You're an absolute sweetie, as usual.
you.
Oh, where have you gone? There, I've lost you. Sorry, darling. There she is. I want to say thank you so much. Get much better soon, and yeah, keep giving it to these bloody horrible women. I'm always there.
I'm just, but at the same time, I'm just like, it's the same thing and just stupid stuff. Like I don't even want to address any of them anymore because it's just,
I know. That's why I do try and not go over the same people all the time. I mean, I was even thinking, like when Yo Mama went live, I thought, oh, maybe I'll put it back half an hour, and then I thought, no, because if it's just going to be talking about Foodie Beauty.
Yeah, I was hoping that you wouldn't. I was hoping that you wouldn't because I was in Your Mama's chat. Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought, nah, I'm kind of done with it. Anyway, guys, thanks so much, Bridge. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll sort of chat next week, I'm sure of it. And I want to say thank you so much to everybody who came in, everybody who took part, and the lurkers and the people that are going to watch the replay. Have a wonderful week, you people. Take care of yourselves because it really is a rotten old world. And I'll see you on Wednesday, if not before. So take care of yourselves out there. Bye-bye for now.